Thank you very much. I found your teachings, I want to say about 3 years ago. I was watching Being Mary Jane, and there was the driver was singing some quotes from the book. Oh gosh, what book is it called now? Ask and it is given. Thank you. And that is what brought me.
So a character in a television program was reading Ask and It Is Given.
Yes.
That explains a lot.
So that has dramatically shifted and changed my life in so many ways. Probably about approximately a year ago, I reached a place that I did not think was possible. Things were happening to me that, if I tried to tell others, they are looking at me like I am crazy or it's not believed. When I would sit outside, birds literally would come and just sit right beside me. And I'm talking, I could go in and out the house and they don't move. They did not stray. I would go for fruit walks. I call them my grateful fruit walks in the morning time, and literally birds were just landing at every house as I was walking past. At nighttime, I was being woken up by energy moving through my body, and it just took over everything. I would see symbols, you name it. I have never felt that ever before. It was like a feeling of high. Like, it felt like I could literally fly. There was something intensely going through my body at all times. It was pure positive energy. And I got there because of your teachings.
You opened to it, and now you want to flow it in some direction. Your desire was to connect. Your desire was to know.
Yes.
And you accomplished that. And now the work is to make more decisions in every day about what you want. In other words, take it easy. Take it easy.
I can't get back to that place again. And
Back to what place?
That place that I was. I can't go. And it's frustrating in this sense.
Oh, well, here's why, though. Here's why. You see, it was the perfect unfolding at the time because your desire was not specified. Your desire was more general. And because of the way that you were introduced, your belief was strong. In other words, when you want it and you're not doing that thing you do to keep it from happening, then it happens. And so you had a sort of opening. You're not so different from the way Esther would describe it happening to her, except that she had Jerry there who was a constant. In other words, he continued to ask. He continued to ask for more. And so Esther at that time, as we said to you, she was allowing, that's what you're doing, but she wasn't really asking. So it didn't have any place to go. And if you're not asking, in other words, if there's not something specifically that you are wanting, then you are sort of in a holding pattern. If we were standing in your physical shoes, you did a really good job of finding the feeling place of it as you were describing it. You felt it. That's a lot that happened just now because you've reactivated that. And now, is there anything that you want?
Yes. So I find strangers are not really my biggest factor when it comes to, I guess, like this. I am generally a very happy person. It is those intimate relationships that I have a hard time with bursting through, keeping this place that I know I am supposed to have. And I guess my question is...
Well, here's the thing. You don't trust people. You don't trust people. Esther used to say on occasion, those people are so mean. And Jerry would say, mean people are mean. But he didn't like the idea of her putting it all in one place. Do you know the expression, getting the cart before the horse? It's a little bit like that. As you make clear what you're wanting and then integrate what you know that you are able to receive with that, you'll find a greater sense of trust. We've been saying it for a long time. Get into alignment and then get into alignment and then get into alignment and then. So you did two really interesting things, which makes this a wonderful conversation to have. It'll bring clarity to everyone. One of the things that you did was wanted connection and got it. with no real deliberate way to flow it. You just wanted connection and got it. The other thing that you're doing is that you want a relationship because you think the relationship will fill a void that you don't have. That's the cart before the horse thing that we're talking about. So as you just acknowledge, I know what it's like to tune in. I know what it's like to feel my guidance system. Find the feeling place. Find the feeling place and then watch what happens. So don't go looking for a relationship so that you can feel. Instead, feel and let the relationship come to you. So what does a relationship like you want? What does it feel like? And you can just talk about it. What does it feel like? Does it feel like taking a walk and the other being surprised that the birds follow you everywhere?
Yes.
So it feels like somebody getting you. It sounds like somebody understanding that you're freakishly aligned at times. Does it feel like someone who's just like you or someone who's different from you? Someone you can play off of and with and expand with?
Yes.
Does it feel like a conversation where you don't quite understand, but then you really lean in and listen and then you get it? And you feel the recognition of understanding the other and the thrill of the other recognizing that you're recognizing that, so that, doesn't that feel good?
Yes.
Does it feel like someone who understands you and yet is independent? Someone that's not dependent on you? Someone who's independent, different from you, but really fun for you to co-create with?
Yes.
Does it feel like somebody that really, really likes food and wants to go to places where there's really, really good food, where you can, in a sort of irrational way, savor the food far beyond what is a normal thing to do?
Yes.
But there's somebody else doing it with you, and it is so satisfying.
Yes.
So this is what we're talking about. So now that you find the feeling place of what it's like inside that relationship, now watch the dots and trust them when they unfold. Recognize them. Relate them to this conversation. Yes?
Yes.
Sit right there. So, we sort of talked about maybe a different way to approach what's coming next. And this was a really good example of finding the feeling place and then watching what happens. It is our absolute knowing that there's going to be a lot of finding the feeling place because it's an easy thing to do and you're ready for it. Don't you feel sort of ready to do that? And then it's going to be really fun for us to watch you noticing the obvious results of that little bit of work that you're doing. And that's the part that we really want to emphasize. You've made it look big and hard, and it isn't. The past is irrelevant, so don't try to fix it. Now is where all of your power is. Your inner being knows what you want. Just be playful and light about it and connect the dots. Sometimes you say, I've been reading your book, or I've been listening to you, or I connected with you. And sometimes it's a long, long time in years. And we say, all of that is irrelevant because you didn't hear or know then what you heard and know now. So everything's changed in the hours that we've been here together. Your point of attraction is different now. Expect different results. And connect the dots when you get them. We've enjoyed this interaction more than any that has come before. You are leading edge creators, and good things are in your vortex, and you are worthy of seeing more of them soon. There is great love here for you. And for now, we are complete. What a good day.